I had collected a large amount of orc armor from Nightcaller Temple,
Got the deal.
but I had no way to haul it to Winston Manor, so I decided to buy a horse. The roads were still too dangerous to ride to Winston Manor, so I decided to join the caravan to Solitude.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off.
Chevy and I both love bestial stew, something the Nords don't care for. I was able to break down the armor from the various bandits and the orcs in my smelter. I was also able to make leather from their old armor.
The gold is
In the meantime, Xavi had been making money from travelers trading goods with her. I had bought some moon sugar from the Khajiits and now was able to make some elsewhere fondue for training my magic skills. I needed to repeatedly cast a magic shield spell to exercise my spellcasting abilities, but doing it inside annoyed Xavi, so I was out here with the Mudcrabs. I continued my combat training with the orcs. Though traveling to their stronghold could be dangerous because of the Forsworn activity.
thing.
A priestess of Kinnereth taught me a trick to improve my ability to cast healing spells. Was to injure myself and then heal myself afterwards. It wasn't the funnest method, but I did get a lot better at it.
Oh, such colors.
People in the Solitude lumberyard were having trouble with some bandits across the river. I had found a black soul gem in Nightcaller Temple, and I had bought an axe of binding at one of the quartermasters. So I wanted to try to fill it if I could.
Come on! I yield! I yield!
I had heard that undead were a good place to get souls for soul gems. So my first enchant was a silver sword with a binding enchant made with the black soul gem that I just captured. While in Solitude, I ran into the executioner who needed a favor. I thought it'd be a good idea to help him out.
And I need you to track him down and make sure he
Hard
doesn't
to say
show
no to
up
him.
to disprove that.
I still have to take off my armor to cast the fire cloak, but it's still very effective against bandits.
You know what? You start running so I can stab you in the back.
Oh, it's easier to run when you're dead, puny weak.
That's a load off my mind. Here's your pay.
I wanted to fill more soul gems, but it wasn't quite ready to go into a Nord crypt. So I went around looking for mudcrabs and slaughterfish. When I wasn't killing mudcrabs, I was trying to improve my smithing skills in the basement. Bandits had a lot of low quality armor that was perfect for breaking down and practicing with. Animal hides from the wildlife in Skyrim were also very good for making leather armor. I purchased a dagger with a powerful enchant on it to learn it, and then cast that enchant on a bunch of iron daggers I had made for practice.
Watching you reminds me of my first days as an enchanter.
I sold magic potions and enchanted items to the court wizards in exchange for empty soul gems and scrolls.
Take a look.
I did the same with the Khajiit, with also purchasing moon sugar and whatever magic items they might have. And I was still training with the orcs as much as possible. While looking for mudcrabs, I'd sometimes run into larger wildlife. Try to practice my combat with them. Not always so successfully. Off the north coast of Skyrim, I found a shipwreck called the Brine Hammer, which was full of mudcrabs. I found the bigger ones to be quite a challenge and quite dangerous. And the smaller creatures weren't safe for my thirst for souls. While hunting in Morthal, I found an abandoned camp outside an ancient Nord crypt. I found a journal from a scholar who had led an expedition into the crypt, but no sign of them. I've never been inside a crypt like this before, so I thought I'd just go in a little ways and see what was there. I hadn't even seen one Draugr and I was almost dead. Luckily I was able to heal myself and try again. The room ahead had some unopened coffins, so I thought that I would build my flame cloak. Just be careful. The room was filled with spilled fuel too, so I had to be careful and save the corner. Since I was able to handle a big group like that, I decided to push on further and see if I could find any traces of the expedition. I found the leader of the expedition and he had a claw on him that seemed to be a key. He also had his journal, and it said that he was looking artifacts from a group of people called the Galder. The Galder were a father and 3 sons who had some sort of falling out, but they had a bunch of powerful artifacts between them, and the historian thought that they still existed. I was interested, and so I kept on going. Also, the Draugr were a great source of soul gems. So if nothing else, I'd have that. There are traps everywhere, so I had to be careful, even on the chests. I would occasionally meet Draugr that were way more powerful than the others, and that did some powerful shout spell. But mostly they used old swords that didn't penetrate my armor very well, and I was able to hack them down. This room seemed to have a lot of Draugr waiting for me, so I decided to use the flame cloak. There seemed to be some importance to these stones, so the hawk, whale, snake. The Draugr that cast ice spell were probably the most dangerous, but they didn't have much armor, so they died quickly. So if I remember the order, hawk, whale, snake. Not sure how spiders live down here in this cave. There must be some light somewhere. This room is filled with Draugr coffins. I'm stay on guard. I didn't know how to open this door, but I remembered that Claude that was on the historian had some markings on it that were similar to the markings on the door. Now, this room was big enough that I really felt like I needed the flame cloak again. Fortunately, when I killed the big Draugr, the temple lost most of its power, and the smaller Draugr didn't come out. The main Draugr had a note, a necklace, and a powerful sword on him, which must have been among the artifacts that the historian was looking for. In the chamber behind the main room was a wall that had some runes written into it. I thought a connection to those runes, as if some ancient power was trying to talk to me.